Yo, everybody, pick up. It is your girl, Sophie Soph, back here on Sophia's Football Talk to talk about some new transfer news as it's a new week. The week of basically the transfer window closing, deadline day, at least for a lot of the different European leagues, such as the Premier League, of course, Serie A. I believe also Bundesliga is closing. So basically, probably most likely the Europe's top five league, I believe, will be having the deadline day this upcoming Friday. And damn, time has flown by really quickly. And I mean, September basically is this Sunday. The big mashup clash between Man United and Liverpool. But we're, of course, not going to start talking about that until at least Thursday. But today, we do have a big Man United news. Manuel Ugarte finally, here we go. There we land. Yada, yada, yada. To Man United. And that to me definitely indeed makes me happy. But there's also other news in regards to Man United outgoings, but also incomings, and also some other clubs. Chiesa to Liverpool, Osimhen or Tony to Chelsea, Jane Sancho swap deal with him going to Chelsea and Raheem Sterling coming to Man United. Huh? More and more of that, and even more. But before we fully start to talk about all of that good stuff, the news, make sure that you, of course, give this video here a big thumbs up because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for new people to see. Alright? Subscribe as well. We're still on the road to 3K subscribers. We're literally like at this point less than 40 subscribers. I think we might be like 37 subscribers away or 38 subscribers away from 3K. So help a sister out by liking, like Tulumba is saying, big up. Like the video, like one of our member, man like Will, who was here on the channel last week. Make sure you show him some love. For Power Hour. We've done some content for sure before. Big up to him. Big up to my broski. Subscribe to both of these channels as well as Eddie's channel, Matt's channel. Big up to you. And big up to Atalunga. Big up to everybody here. Big up to the people that don't, be maybe commenting, be active in the chat, but still watch. Because I see you guys. I see you. And I appreciate you guys as well. If you want to become a member just like men like Will, then make sure that you hit the link in the description box. Also, if you watch this on the browser, there will be a join button right underneath the screen. But yeah, it's just another way to support the channel. We will, I know I keep saying it, but we will and we shall update the, what should I say, the community, the membership guidelines, to get some better content for you guys. Also, once again, I'm reminding you guys, join my FBL league where you can get a chance to win a kit of your choice. Okay, winner of my league will be getting a shirt, football shirt, whatever football shirt they want. Shall be getting it. Hopefully, it won't be a difficult one, but regardless, I'll do my best. So, yeah, link for that is in the description box. And yeah, I think that's about it. Sterling. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk. Hey, big up to him, but yeah, join. Come on. I'm not doing too well. I mean, technically, I had a better week this time, but I'll show you guys and talk more about that on Friday's FBL stream. Let me double check if there's any more news. Ooh, I was right about to talk about the. You know what? We might as well start off with the Chiesa news actually, since David Ornstein just updated. Okay, so David Ornstein says Liverpool working to complete signing of Federico Chiesa from Juventus before transfer window shuts. 26-year-old Juve attacker available for 15 million and Liverpool proceeding. Long-term admirers of Italy international past discussing four-year deal, um, reported by the Athletic. But after, I believe it was Fabrizio Romano who dropped this exclusive story, I believe yesterday. Um, so hey, Chiesa, I mean, if we were supposed to be doing a swap deal, then I would say okay to get a Chiesa. I'd rather have a swap deal where we get Chiesa and then Juve be getting a Sancho. But no, it actually will be looking like Chiesa is going to Liverpool, which is like, and for that fee, it's not really that much of a risk. Yes, he's injury prone, but if he was going to be worth way more than that, then I'll be like, hell no, personally speaking. But since he's what, only what, 15 million? Nah. Big up to Sunshine. Hope you're doing well, sis. Make sure you do subscribe to Sunshine and do also follow her on TikTok. She makes great content. I always just get so gassed when I see her content. So show her some love and follow her on her different platforms. Okay? Big up to you, sister. Hope you're doing well. Liverpool need midfielder CDM. They do. They do. I mean, they've gotten a goalkeeper who's not really coming in to the squad instantly. He'll be, still on loan. I think it was Villarreal or Porto, one or the other. So he'll stay at where he's already at. It is a Georgia goalkeeper who did very well in the Euros, by the way. Actually, I'm so horrible with names. Apologies, I be butchering, especially footballers' name. Lord, the amount of footballers' names that I be butchering. Lord have mercy upon us all. But hey, I digress. Um, looks to be, I mean, he's the one signing. Might be also a Chiesa now, but like Tolumba is saying, they should be getting another midfielder, preferably a CDM. They should. Uh, Sunshine says, "How are you?" I'm all right. Ready for Sterling. Ready for Sterling. The thing is, though, if this was Sterling 3 years ago, like after that Euros that he had, I would have said yes at that time. But he'll be 30 now in December of this year. I just feel like I'm kind of fed up with trying to unlock players. Um, and we already have one player here that we're trying to unlock. That confidence is on the floor, super big kind of, what should I say? There's some type of disconnect between, and obviously y'all know I'm talking about Rashford, between Rashford and the fans. There's a lot of people that be supporting him, but there's also a lot of the rest of us that's kind of tired. So yeah, I think with Rashford that the ship might have sailed, and especially with Sterling getting another one that's been struggling at a Chelsea. Yeah, he's definitely had moments. Start off well at the beginning of last season, but then kind of dropped off. But to be fair, the whole team, most of the whole team, was just a mess. He's not a part of this whole Maresca, new Chelsea right now, forcing him out. Why are we trying to help them out with offloading him? Why? We tr- we often be, to be fair, the more ever, like the last 10 years now, we be getting a lot of like the Chelsea players. We've gotten a Matic, we've gotten a Mata, Mason Mount. Like, what are we doing? Respectfully, what are we doing? And I actually think the other ones were like, hey, except for amount, by the way, was like, you know, decent good signings. We just got a Matic a bit too late, and Mata we misused. That's on us. That's on us. Putting him on the right when he plays like a proper cam doesn't make sense to me. But hey, I digress as well. Yeah, Rashford, I think for me, if I could choose now, I would have, but he's not going anytime soon, at least this season. But I'm saying like I think after the season we gotta cut our losses. I think that would be fair. Happy for Scott. Napoli's a good team and name. Oh yeah. We will talk about that 100%. But yeah, I think we will maybe move on from the Chiesa deal there. There's some more Chelsea stuff before we move on to some others. And then we'll talk mostly Man United at the end. I was supposed to be joined by a Liverpool fan, but I don't know where Broski is. We'll see when he arrives. Either way. Eddie says, I say no to Sterling. Two, no more stopgap, save up and get the right wingers. Anthony Rashid Sancho, not good enough, can't have another flaw. Exactly. Like, why are we supposed to be a retirement home? He isn't, in all actuality, or grown up to be like, or grown up as a Man United, um, you know, supporter, but he played for our ops, Liverpool, City, Chelsea. Not a big deal, but I'm thinking like a Liverpool and a City. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. I think that ship has sailed. We'll talk about it. People in the fan base have a soft spot for him, treating him like a baby. Yeah, hopefully, we'll see. It is what it is. We will hold the fort down. But let's talk about some Chelsea stuff. So, like I said with the Chiesa thing, I'll keep you guys posted if we hear anything. Often when there's any big news like a here we go or a Ornstein Bamba, that's when I like to post the YouTube shorts. But if it's like big Man United news, then we'll often be doing it live. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you have the notification bell button when we post anything or go live. But Victor Osimhen to Chelsea, reported by Dimarzio. Chelsea are willing to send their first offer to Napoli for a Victor Osimhen in the next coming hours. And that was actually a few hours ago, to be fair, like literally when I was home from work. So 5 hours ago, maybe a bit more than that. And then now, about I think an hour or two ago, reported by Rudy Galetti, says Chelsea have reached a general understanding on personal terms with Victor Osimhen. So looks to be that Victor Osimhen might probably become a Chelsea player. And I mean, I think he would cook. He would pain me, he would annoy me, but I think he would cook. I generally think it would cook. But I agree with you, Tolon. But Chelsea, they are doing a madness with the spending. They are doing a madness. Pick up now, hope you're doing well. It is, yeah. And it's so funny how the narrative changed from Chelsea being like in the mud, in the gutter, but after two games, after 145 minutes of them slapping a Wolves 6-2, now it's like, oh, Chelsea are cooking. Chelsea are scary. Chelsea is this. Oh my God, João Felix. Oh my God, Pedro Neto on the bench. Oh my God, this. It's like, bullying me. I'm letting you know right now, they're still going to drop off. And so, Mudryk and them men, Nico Jackson, I, respectfully, I'm not convinced. They got to show a bit more than one half of 45 minutes for me to change my mind because they've been trying to do that for Man United. I'll put the same energy for you as well. How about that? And I know where we ain't like let's be honest, we ain't gonna be scoring 6 goals anytime soon. Oh, what I would do to just get like five, like a 3-0 quick early first half kill, 4-5-0. It's been a while since you slapped the team up. Matt Channel says, which players do you think Chelsea should sell and how many? I mean, I don't know. They're trying to get rid of a Sterling, Ben Chilwell, Chalobah. I think the Sassi might have been on that as well. So it's currently 4. Um, no. And then I think there's other players that's gone on loan. But yeah, they're doing a madness with it. With good luck with the FFP. But yeah, another player that Chelsea was looking at, Chelsea had made a move to sign Ivan Toney from Brentford. This was reported by Sky Sports, but technically this was reported before the Victor Osimhen news. So I think maybe the Ivan Tony, if an Ivan Tony comes to Chelsea instead of a Victor Osimhen, it probably would mean that it's more so a plan B. I think the preferred striker target would be a Osimhen, but if that doesn't go over the line, they'll probably go for a Tony who has 1 year left of his contract, won't really cost that much money, but not a lot of clubs are really going in for him at all. Like, we've been interested, but we aren't really like pulling the plug. Spurs got a striker. I mean, the two that kind of would need or one would be like an Arsenal or Chelsea. But I mean, Arsenal right now, we might as well talk about Eddie Nketiah to Crystal Palace. Looks to be the thing. It was first reported that he was going to be maybe going to Forest, but I believe he wasn't so keen on that move, I think it was. So it was a Palace. So reported by David Ornstein from The Athletic, Eddie Nketiah granted permission by Arsenal to undergo medical ahead of completion proposed move to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace working to finalize agreements with Arsenal for a deal worth 30 million and 25-year-old striker on personal terms. No problems expected. So that looks to be Broski is going. He's leaving. So yeah, looks to be, and that is a good thing for Arsenal because he's been there for such a long time, like academy kid, whatnot. So they got to move on, but they still really do should be getting a striker. They've got named Mikel Merino in. That deal got finalized. It's announced today. So that's wrapped up. So whether or not they'll be getting another player within the next upcoming days, I don't know. I don't know. But they've also been linked with an Osimhen or as well a Nico Williams, more so on that left hand side. But let's be honest, I don't think he's leaving Athletic Bilbao, at least not until next season. I believe he signed a new contract. I think he did. Got a new shirt number. Like, nah, he good. Toloma says, wasn't the Napoli owner gamekeeping Osimhen last summer transfers? Yep. And right now, looks to be, I think also Osimhen just wants to go at himself. Napoli didn't have a good season last season. And the way that he was, let's be honest, racially abused by freaking his own people from Napoli with the social media post that made fun of him for, I think it might have been it's just, that is weird. I don't think I've ever seen like, how do you post about your own player? You're making fun of him and you're comparing him to a coconut. Yeah, that's slight subliminal racism right there, in my opinion. But regardless, either way, he is he will be going. But there's also been a Al Ahly, I believe, that's been interested from Saudi Arabia. I believe it might have been Al Ahly that just got João Cancelo from Man City. That actually I was a bit shocked by. I was like, you're still kind of young where you can regardless still be able to play amongst the top five European clubs. But if you don't want to, you feel like you've done everything that you can do, you do you. You do. I hear it. I'm trying to think, was Cancelo there when they won the treble? He might have left right as they did. I could be wrong. I think he was there. Or was he at loan for Barca then? I don't know. That is a good question. But let's move on. Anything else? I talked about that. Let's talk about a Jane Sancho thing. We might as well. Just gonna double check Twitter because I just saw there was a tweet here. Let's see. Ooh, Rizomano. So there's some more context reports on the Chiesa deal. I mean, since we're live, we might as well go through it. Ricky Bettinelli is the biggest deadwood at Chelsea. Really? Sure, many clubs would take Sterling on a free agent if Chelsea had to do that. It won't be. Yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, so Fabrizio Romano tweeted about Chiesa. During talks on Monday, Federico Chiesa opened the doors to Liverpool as he's super keen on the move. Negotiations on the way between all parties involved to get the deal done. apologies. Liverpool are confident. The only club to approach Juve with formal contact has been Liverpool. You know what would be really funny is what if that somebody comes in and hijack this deal? It'll be funny if Man United would be like, you know what? Let's hijack the deal. Juve gets a Sancho and we get a Chiesa, and Liverpool doesn't get anybody because they're the only ones that have trying to work on to put in a bid at a proper you know contact. So it will be funny. I ain't gonna hold you. Yet another player that leaves, or that says no and rejects Liverpool. That will be funny as hell. But I think they might be getting this over the line. But let me move on to the Sancho talk. As Jane Sancho to Chelsea could happen, and swap deal as we get Sterling on the other hand to Man United. So reported by The Athletic, um, more so David Ornstein. Jane Sancho likely to exit Man United before deadline. Man United in talks with Juventus and Chelsea for permanent or loan. Chelsea would probably need player to move other way. Raheem Sterling most feasible, but a lot must happen for that to materialize. But then also there were talks on basically um, that Man United have open talks with Chelsea for a Raheem Sterling. Um, I like I said, I like a Sterling. I do like Raheem Sterling. I just feel like it's a little too late. We're a little too late. Okay. We should have, if we are like trying to get him now, that should have happened years ago. 3+ years ago, 3, 5 plus years ago, literally. Because right now, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You have a Rashi playing, and then when you need to sub Rashi off, you put a Sterling in. It just essentially they're the same player. They have like this, they're in like very similar situations with both of them not playing too well. But to be fair, of course, Sterling has had a better career and shown up and been the better player overall, 100%. And he has trophies and stuff to back that. So I'm never going to discredit that whatsoever. I'm just saying, as we're standing right here, right now, it won't work. And I think we're making the worst deal because how are we giving Sancho to them? And he might do very well, but even though there's a lot of wingers, though, I don't know if that's the best. I'm trying to also think, I feel like I know we're a bit all over the place. I get it. But if we're a bit all over the place, then what the hell are Chelsea? Because I think Chelsea still aren't really a proper, safe environment for a player to develop. I mean, they can get there 100%, but they're not there yet. No. And I just feel like Sancho has to be smart. He has to be very mindful of his next move. So going to a Chelsea, I just don't see how that's going to be. It could work. It could work. I just have a feeling it won't. I don't think it's going to work. I think it might be another struggle. He might maybe just sit on the bench. I don't know. But this guy should be playing a lot more. I think getting a fresh start. We've seen him play for a Dortmund, done very, very well. Go to a Juve and prosper and do well. You see freaking Mctominay now gone to Napoli. Come on, man. Spread your wings. Spread your wings. Kaka. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to say. So basically, essentially, I'm saying personally, I do not want Sancho to go to a Chelsea because even if he does well, that would hurt me. It would hurt me. And then I don't want Sterling. Basically, I don't want Sterling. So this deal cannot happen. It cannot. Respectfully, it cannot. So yeah, let's move on to Manuel Ugarte. So Manuel Ugarte to Man United. Here we go, or there we land. Reported, or even a Dortmund Bamba, as I like to call it, reported by not Fabrizio, but from David Ornstein. Also, prior to that, Duncan Castle, I believe, also Plettenberg as well. Manuel Ugarte traveling to England today for medical ahead of joining Man United from PSG. Man deal for 23-year-old Uruguay international midfielder was basically 50 million plus 10 million add-ons, performance slash success. PSG initially wanted 60 million fees, so we were able to put that down, that fee, which I'm taking. I was just feeling like it doesn't make sense if we are going to be trying to, you know, say yeah and pay that 60 million, but we do that weeks after we initially agreed to personal terms with him. That would make sense. But at least now we make sure that we lowered the fee, so it's not like 60 million instantly. It's more 50 now, and then 10 million, which will be added on based on his performance, but also based on our overall success as well. Big up Abdullah, we're doing well. I 100% feel Sancho go Juve. Yeah, that's why I might not just be super stressed. I think I see a lot of people really like aggravated and stressed and stuff in regards to Sancho going to Juve and us getting a Sterling. I think this is a little bit of a tactic in regards to get Juve to push and make sure that Juve gets Sancho. That's what I feel like it is. It could hold some weight, but I don't know. There's something in me that tells me Sancho goes to Juve, Sterling stays either at Chelsea right now, or he goes to another club, but it's not Man United. Someone says Sancho should go anywhere, please, for the sake of sanity and peace. I hear loan is more likely obligation to buy, and that's fine. Then we can do that with the Juve. You know, Match Channel says Bettinelli has been there for years and he's barely played. Okay, pick up the Princess. I don't know why Chelsea even want him. To be honest, we good at this position. Exactly. That's also what I feel like. It doesn't make sense. I think the only reason why they would want him is so that they can try to get rid of a Sterling. That's why they got a João Felix, so that they can make sure that they bought. So they because the Omaridian deal from Atletico Madrid collapsed, they were like, okay, we might as well just get João Felix. Let's do a remontada around two, and here we are. Machio TV's essential will grab Mudrik's spot. He will really suit our way of playing, not the transition kind of style of Man United. And I hear it. But to be fair though, sometimes I feel like I remember him playing proper transition football, counter-attacking football with a Holland for Dortmund, and that worked. So I don't really buy that he can't really do that because we've seen him do it. I've seen him doing multiple times. But you have to have a proper outlet up front for him to be able to do it. You've got to give him some minutes. So yeah, I just personally I hope that he doesn't go to a Chelsea. I hope not. Some more news before we wrap up because I'm realizing I think I have to go to bed soon. I'm tired. Been a long day. Scott McTominay, might as well talk about that. I think that's going to be the almost the final one. Scott McTominay, reported by Fabrizio Romano to Napoli. Here we go. Dealing place for 30 million package plus sell-on clause. Manchester United had authorized Scott to travel for medical tests and contract signing. Both Lukaku and McTominay are set for travel and medical as Napoli players. Imagine remember when McTominay got his debut, from the academy to the first team in Lukaku's first season at Man United. So they're reunited again. Imagine that. Wow, that's interesting. But yeah, big up to McTominay. Not that I'm thinking he's seeing this, but big up to him. Like I wish him the best, just because I don't think he's the best player for Man United doesn't mean that I think he's trash. Doesn't mean that I don't think he can be a good player for another team, because I generally believe that he's going to cook. So yeah, I actually think he's going to cook. So I will be watching. I will be following along with Serie A. Mostly I'll be watching into the games, but I will be watching some of the bigger games as well. And 100%. So I want to have a little bit like see how he does And let's say Sancho goes to Juve. I want to, see, even though they're not our players no more, technically Sancho's still our player, but let's say he goes to Juve, I still want to see like what do they do, you know? Pick up Traded Princess, just passing through, showing love. Thank you. Pick up yourself, Sophia. Road to 3K. Yes, it's taken a long time, but we're almost there. We're almost there. I think I've been basically saying like, oh, a goal is to do this before this time. We're just gonna roll with it, but it would be great if we can do it before September. So before this month ends. But I think that's gonna be very difficult. But you never know. You never know. You never know. And then it's Hannibal. This one, so Hannibal, basically, Stelly McTominay and Hannibal kind of helped out with finalizing the Ugarte deal, it seems. But yeah, Hannibal, which was supposed to just be a loan deal, is now has ended up being a permanent deal. So reported by Fabrizio Mano, Hannibal Medri um, has completed medical at Burnley and he's expected to sign his contract today. Basically, it was yesterday. Permanent move for Manchester United with sell-on clause included in the deal, which I do think it's nice that we're put on sell-on clauses on a lot of these different deals. I think that's good. Also mentioned Manchester United will receive package with 9 million for Hannibal Mejbri from Burnley, add-ons included. There are also a sell-on clause, like I said. Medical is done on Monday, and now time for documents. So yeah, congratulations and big up to Hannibal. Wish him nothing but the best. This is the type of person I am. Like for instance, Wambi, aka Wambisaka, he was cooking for West Ham the other day. Wish him the best. There's no hard feelings. There's no hard feelings whatsoever. And yet, Walumba, Mejbri, Hannibal needed to go. 100% he needed to go. I mean, we still need to also offload like a Maguire, a Lindelöf, a Christian Eriksen. Um, and I'm also saying the Rashford. Bruno signed a new contract, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. But there's definitely, and also Anthony. If we could terminate somebody's contract now, and I'm often not that person to be on that, but I would be with that for Anthony. Anthony, I think had got to go. Shaw, I agree. I think Shaw, and I love Shaw, but I think it's time at this point. I think it is. But yeah, so for me, it would also be Mount. I'm giving him this season, but if he hasn't done better after this season, then he has to go as well. Sorry, there is no mercy in these streets. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end it here. Um, yeah, we're just gonna end it here, everybody. This was just a quick, nice little live transfer news. We will be live again if there's anything else happening. Most likely tomorrow I'll be taking a break, but to be fair, I think there might be stuff happening tomorrow. See, we might probably do a spontaneous live stream tomorrow, but I'd have so much other content throughout the week that sometimes it is important for me to take breaks. And often Monday, Wednesdays, as it can be a bit hectic at work, I do tend to need breaks. But um, we might post some videos here and there. Hey, Harry Kane, after receiving the Golden Shoe Award for Euro's best goal scorer. Come on now. Pick up, Harry. Not gassed about Ugarte, but he's all right. am. I, you know what? I'm gassed. Yeah, I think he will do well. Most players contract end next year with option for fifth year exactly. So the thing is, I need to remember we can't. Unfortunately, we can't get everybody out this window. We can't do everything this window. We've done something, and then we can do more and more in the next window. So the next window, I need, like we mentioned, Tolumba, we need the Maguire gone. We need the Ericsson gone. Lindelöf gone as well. Rashi gone. Anthony gone. That's 5 players. Might potentially even be a Casemiro if he doesn't, perform, be super consistent. So it might be him as well. Shaw, that's 6, and Mason Mount for me as well, 7. Those are 7. Ironically, 7. Uh, yes, good one, guys. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. Make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you also join the SFD membership. Link is in the description box. Another way to help support the channel, but also indeed as well join the FBL stream or not FPL stream, FPL league with a chance to win a shirt of your choice. Link is in the description box. Thank you all for joining, and we will be out. And if not back tomorrow, Wednesday, then we'll be back on Thursday. Peace, everybody. We're out. Bye bye.